when you're working with this back piece, obviously you want to come around the edge a little bit. You know, you're going to have an overlap, and we'll show you how to hide that seam. All right, now once you've moved around to the side piece, there's a little trick here, and you can use this anytime you're putting Mossy Oak graphics on. If you take your scissors and make an irregular edge instead of a straight edge, once that camouflage is laid down, it virtually disappears. We're just demonstrating how you can see that wave. Now we're going to show you what happens once you lay it down. So you're basically just going to take your squeegee and you're going to lay that cut back down, and you absolutely cannot see where those two pieces have come together. Now, one of the things you want to do is you want to come back with what's called post-heat, which is unique to this type of vinyl. Since Mossy Oak Graphics is the only graphics that are produced with cast vinyl in the outdoor industry, this vinyl starts as a liquid. It's developing a new memory in itself, so it stays in those recessed areas. Now, one of the things that we've done is we've not included the black plastic fender flares, the textured type black plastic. You don't want to cover that. Only the smooth surfaces are the areas that you want to put the vinyl graphics on. The other thing you want to make sure you don't do is don't do any of the motor or the exhaust or anything like that that has extreme heat to it. Well, basically what you want to do is apply heat to this material. And what the heat does is it softens the material and gives it a little more stretchability. You know, and what Kevin's working on is these hard contoured areas. So right in here, he's put some heat to it. And one of the properties that makes the cast vinyl system so much superior to anything that's been out there is the fact that it does stretch and conform to these curves. So by using heat and some pressure with your fingers, you can see all of a sudden the shape of this four-wheeler start to come out of this vinyl. The big difference between cast vinyl and calendared vinyl is cast vinyl starts as a liquid. So when it's poured out and some of the solvents evaporate out of it, it stays its same shape. And so when temperature changes and the environment changes, it doesn't draw back up and pull out of these concaved areas. And once you've got the Mossy Oak Graphics product applied, you know, one of the things I get asked a lot is, well, will it stay on? Well, once you do the application process, this 3M material will stay on. It has a 7-year durability, and it has a 5-year warranty against fading. The print quality on here is incredible. I mean, you can see every detail of every leaf, and it looks fantastic on a vehicle or any other product you put it on. Well, now that you've got the vinyl laid down all the way over the edge of the fender, you want to come back and trim it off. And what you want to do is just lay the blade flush with the edge of the fender so that you don't have to worry about cutting into the plastic. So we'll lay the blade flush with the fender and then just work your way along that edge. Just take that extra off. And that's the fender completed. Once again, just keep your knife edge flush with the paint. And once you've trimmed it out, your tailgate graphics is applied. And once you get past the bed and you're moved up to the cab of the truck, one of the things that you have to deal with are the door handles. Some door handles protrude out from the body of the truck. Some are more flush. This particular truck has a door handle that protrudes out away from the body of the truck. So what we'll do is we'll just cut the backing off like we did on the bed of the truck, and then we're going to lay this piece back over the door handle and just mark it. We'll take a pin and we'll mark the center of the door handle on there. Once we've put the piece into position, take your finger and find the top and the center of the door handle, and then just make a mark starting from one end to the other. And then once we make this cut, then we'll lay the material back over there, and it'll supply us an opening for the door handle to come through. So once you've got it on, there's no worries. I mean, you go to the car wash, use the high pressure washer to it, just treat it like you would your regular vehicle. But once this product's on, there's no worries with any water, rock chips, or any kind of dirt getting underneath it. So I just want you to know that once you've put this product on, it's there to stay. And it's going to protect your vehicle and it's going to look great for years. Just reach your hand back underneath it, pull it free, put a little heat on it, which kind of eliminates the stretch that you've put in it by pulling it back loose, and then go back to your squeegee again. So when you pull it off the backing, you can actually stick it down and pick it back up and move it. It's not like the old decals where you've got one shot of getting it right. So basically when you stick it down on your vehicle, if you don't have it in the position you want, you lift it back up and you move it around. You can even stick it to itself and pull it back apart, which basically means that you can put it down and pick it back up as many times as you'd like to get it in the position you want.